most of the time, my wife is very upset that I do a Sunday show for 2 hours. But me, I'm upset it's not 3 or 4 hours. Maybe I should try to expand it. Because it's at times like these that, I could go for 3-4 hours talking about this. And I know the phones have been loaded the whole show, and I haven't taken one phone call yet. Webster, I got to have you back up next week on this particular show to finish up on this discussion. And I want to go to a few callers. Some of them are hopping mad at you. They're so angry they can't even articulate, but it has to do with Obama. One of them is Trooper from Austin, and a few others I want to go to. But I want to point out that Webster Tarpley is what you'd call a classical liberal, more of a FDR type. He's not a right winger. I don't get into the whole left-right business. As you know, I'm more of a libertarian, and I've tried to sit out on this last election. 4 years ago, I did as well because I'm dealing with issues. But Obama has something that no one's had since Reagan, and that's this cause celeb, this dynamic personality that they can lead. And it is true there's more corporate money going to Obama. And now Obama's coming out and his campaign is saying, yeah, we decide if something isn't true, and then we have police who work for us come arrest you. And, boy, that is hardcore tyranny. And you can really see the establishment lining things up to get rid of Bush, give you the Democrat, and move this in. But let's put Tarpley up, but let's go to Trooper. Now, Trooper, be nice. You were saying a lot of mean things about Webster. You're on air with him, but let's keep this civil. Go ahead and make your comment.
Corsi, his friend, is a chicken hawk Swift voter. Tarpley is nothing but a scum-sucking Swift voter. And the reason you're so upset is because we're not going to sit back and let y'all Swift vote Obama the way you did Kerry.
And so,
it's not going to happen.
Hold on, Trooper. People, this is a serious call. I've run into Trooper at events over about 15 years. Trooper, he lives here in Austin. Trooper, you're telling me right now you agree with them arresting people for their speech?
I just found out from your screener that he's not in the studio. I was personally going to come down there and arrest him for hate crimes.
Is this a joke?
No, it's no joke. Look, these people have to be stopped. They're the worst. They're.
Do you understand, Trooper?
Okay.
Hold on, Trooper.
I had this same argument with.
Hold on. Put him on hold for a second. Hold on just a minute. Listen, it's prima facie evidence of evil when they say you don't have a First Amendment, and if you criticize him, you get arrested. And now these are not lies. They never counter Dr. Corsi on any of the things he's claimed. They only attack him for something he said on a. Let me tell you, this is getting scary, Webster. Because
let me also point out, I think Corsi has done some valuable things. I'm different from Corsi, though. I don't say that Obama is a communist or a Muslim. I say that he's a foundation operative, which is his career.
He's a fake liberal front for the CIA.
It's essentially the domestic counterinsurgency and counterintelligence apparatus. Obama is an agent of finance capital.
Yeah, all you neocons that love government and love
Soros and company.
Exactly, Rockefeller, Soros and company. For those that like secret prison camps and attacking innocent countries and think it's cute that Bush spies on us and has destroyed America, you should love Obama, shouldn't they? For those that love Bush, shouldn't they love Obama?
The irony is that the people who have been fighting Bush this whole time have turned themselves into the postmodern fascists that they accused Bush of.
In the name of fighting that evil. Yeah. Meanwhile, Bush never ran anything and was a puppet. Exactly. Okay, Trooper, I'm going to give you the last word on this, but let's go ahead and bring him back up. For some reason, I can't hear Trooper. Trooper, you there? Yeah, go ahead.
Those are twisted lies. And the way I can explain it to you is this. You went to the Democratic convention, and you protested. And I was so proud to hear you on the megaphone saying 9/11 was an inside job. But you couldn't go to the Republican one, or they'd bust your head and throw you in jail.
That's true.
Now, that's who the real fascists are.
Okay.
It's not Obama.
What about that point that he just made? It's a bit tenuous because every city's different and every event's different. But it is true that we've had hyper-police state under the Republicans. I think Tarpley's saying – they're shifting gears now to another party.
No, if you go back to 1922 or 1933. A lot of people said, "Oh, we thought it couldn't get any worse." we thought we were already under fascism, and then we went off the cliff. The top-down police state stuff, of course, is bad. I'm against it. But the gutter movement, the mass movement of anti-establishment fanatics, in other words, the Obamazoid fanatics, the Kool-Aid drinkers, and this lemming cult that he has, that's worse.
Hey, Trooper. Hold on, Trooper. I don't know you. Hold on, Trooper. Put him back on hold. Now, Trooper, I don't know you really well, but I've probably run into you maybe 10 times at events and football games over the years, and you're an Austin character. And you seem like a nice fella, but you're proving Webster Tarpley's point here. If you're really saying right now that you wish you could come physically arrest Webster Tarpley for what he's saying, even if it was a lie, even if it was wrong, it's his First Amendment, Trooper. I mean, don't you understand? You're proving Tarpley's point right now?
Fire in a theater. You can't slander people and lie like they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely, Trooper. I appreciate your call, but absolutely you can. Number one, everything Tarpley's saying I've seen documented. Number two, it is not fire in a theater to say that Barack Obama wants to ban all 308 cartridges and 223.
There's also a case to be made that Obama's a liar. If you look at issues like Iraq, FISA.
Yeah, he said
NAFTA,
he was against the war, but now he's for it. He said he was against FISA, warrantless spying, and pardons for the criminals. Now he's for it. But I guess we should be arrested, Webster. You know something? He just proved your point, Webster.
There's also this point about Christianity. He says he became a Christian through Reverend Wright. I would have to say Reverend Wright preaches a religion of hatred, which is incompatible to Christianity.
Well, I actually agree with a lot of what Wright says about AIDS and stuff. And hold on.
Not hatred. Goddamn America is where I draw the line. That's a religion of hatred.
Okay,
and
stop.
Christianity does not allow
Show's
hatred
almost over,
way.
Webster. Got to cut it off there. We're going to get some more calls in here. Let's talk to Sue in Missouri. We should have gone to calls earlier. This is crazy. Sue, you got a comment on the thing. Now, listen, you're in Missouri, and we've got KCXL and a few other affiliates there. You're going to be arrested right now if you talk about him, but what's on your mind?
No, I live for you. I listen to you, and listen, I'm a neutral person. I have been an apolitical person all my life. I have a lot of education. I am phenomenally concerned for pretty much everybody at this point, and I don't draw lines. I don't make statements, but free speech is the beginning and the end of it all. If that dies, what else dies?
Well, you're in Missouri, and it's also happening in Illinois, where police are going out. If they say you lied about Obama, they decide, then they arrest you. Do you have comments on that?
I would be horrified.
Well, then you should please look at this Vermont case, because that's exactly, this guy was really arrested and thrown in jail for 36 hours.
But that's my point. Trooper calls up. I know this guy. I don't know him well, but I know he's an Austin fixture, and he's saying he believes in it. They really, this is like Night of the Living Brain Dead. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to people here, but come on. Like zombies. Anything else? God almighty.
I'm just horrified, and I'm concerned, and I'm completely neutral and apolitical prior to any of these things.
No, I hear you. And listen, when I first heard this and saw this Friday, I thought it was a stunt. I made a bunch of phone calls yesterday and today. Friday and Saturday. And it's true. They get on the phone with you and say, yeah, do you know anybody that's talking bad about him? We want to get him. And you just heard. Webster, I think you're really on to something here, and probably too late. It's probably all over. He'll probably put us all, I better not. I'll be
Alex, here's what I believe. I think the American people are still anti-fascist to the core. This is an anti-fascist country. We've never had fascism, and I urge people, if you don't want to have fascism now, mobilize.
Let's go to Joe. Let's go to Joe in California. Joe, you're on the air with Webster Tarpley, who
Hey, Webster. Hey, Alex. Listen, Trooper and people that think like him, they should go back to Civics 101 and read the Bill of Rights. It's disgusting. It's pathetic.
What about the cops? They're out arresting people that talk about Obama.
Absolutely right. And I'll tell you another thing. Kudos to Mr. Tarpley, and hopefully, Alex, you can bring on Larry Sinclair and the preacher that's had their videos on YouTube with respects to his lying about drug use, since he says he hasn't used drugs since he was in college. And in fact, he did it in 2000, I believe it was 2001 with Sinclair. The other
1999. That would be Reverend James David Manning, one of the biggest black churches in Harlem in New York City, and I strongly recommend him.
Well, look, we're out of time. Go to Infowars.com, get Tarpley's books, Infowars.com. Go read the article And you can go read stories with his quotes and videos of him saying ban most types of rifles. And you know, the bottom line is I've stayed out of this. But anytime somebody comes on air, and anytime somebody calls the police, and anytime cops come on TV and say, we're going to arrest you for your speech, well, guess what? John McCain sticker is about to go on my car right now unless Barack Obama comes out and denounces all of this. I have stayed out of this, but I am not putting up with this. And I'm not going to put up with you Obama zombies either. Webster, thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you, Alex, and congratulations. You performed an important public service.
Thank you. We're out of time. God bless.